Ladies and gentlemen, I have calmed down a little bit. I think I will be able to continue. Still, looking at this, it is not fair. The skull is bloody. It has an expression of terror and pain. No human deserves to be forgotten like this. What about the friends of Catherine? Her relatives? Did they wonder what happened to her? Did they know that she was rotting within the garden of her own property? I can't imagine that the human soul would be able to leave the body under such conditions. Especially not since we are dealing with a curse here. In any case, it is time to concentrate and focus. It's just that. From all the people we found out about ever since this adventure began, from all these people I feel emotionally connected the most to Catherine, simply because of the fact that it seems she was dragged into all of this. Yes, I don't know anything about the secret she had with Christopher Milton, but still, it seems that she didn't deserve any of this, that she was just dragged into this nightmare. At least her son was too young when he died to realize what was going on. Death took him without too much pain. Alright, Catherine. In order to avenge you, I will first have to take something from your body. I'm sorry. So very sorry. Alright folks, let us quickly examine the corpse, for this will be our only chance to do so, ever. The corpse was all contorted and rotten beyond recognition. What horrified me most was the aspect of its teeth leaping out at disturbing angles. I don't know how she died, but it must have been painful. A fight to the death. A fight she ultimately lost. Poor Mrs. Blackwood. She seemed to be silently shouting at me. Or rather, crying. Oh, god damn it, Michael. Why did you have to tell me that? At least my tears have subsided a little. The thing is, I am not a human being who cries all that often. It is extremely hard to, you know, make my eyes water. But this was just too much. And of course, we are not done yet. I want to bury Catherine again. At least, that is what she deserves. Eternal rest. No matter how horrible this grave may seem. Okay. Which would be something good to take from her? I don't want to dismember her bones, that would be horrible. What about a tooth? It's a small object. It doesn't hurt too much to remove it, and it would definitely be better than the rest. And I think I can live with that crime. Abusing her dead body like this. Can I just pull on it? I don't want to touch her body. Still though, what other choice do I have? I tried to pull out a tooth without success. Let me guess, Michael, you need a tool. Alright, I can give you a tool. Our trusty pair of pliers will once again come in handy. I'm not gonna look, and I'm not gonna listen. Just do it, Michael. Doing my best to contain my repulsion, I pulled out a tooth from the body. Oh, Jesus. Catherine, God, please, both of you, forgive me. It was the tooth that I shamelessly took from the cadaver of Catherine Blackwood. Even Michael doesn't feel good about any of this. Alright, I have what I came for. We do not have any reason to linger. Goodbye, Catherine Lydia Blackwood. Please, find rest in the afterlife. I will not disturb you any longer. I quietly left, burying Mrs. Blackwood back to her dead, cold dreams. And the sky suddenly turned red, as if to represent the bloody crime that took place here in the past. Or maybe the act I just went through with. I am sorry, but there was just no other way. Now then, we have collected all the ingredients. Number 1, something organic belonging to the victim. Number 2, something organic belonging to the victimizer. Number 3, the African medicinal plant. And last but not least, the branch of a special tree. Now we can craft the amulet. Only question now is, how are we going to craft it? Let's see if I can recall the instructions of James's notes. So, the main 3 elements need to be blended together as far as I can remember, but they also need to be in a non-solid form before the blending act. How are we going to, I don't know, melt them? And how are we going to put them together again into the solid form of the amulet? The only real heat source other than the fireplace, which is not an option I can remember, is the stove on the, I think, 3rd floor. Yes, does anybody remember that little stove we found? We even fixed it a little by attaching a metal rod that went missing. But I think that these 2 items would faster catch on fire than melt, and we cannot allow that to happen. What should we do with them? I guess using the stove will be unavoidable, but not right away. We need a different tool or mechanism or something to bring them into a different shape. We need to not liquefy them, but how about pulverize them? This gives me another idea. There is something inside this mansion we can use to pulverize these items. And I think it is about time. Looks like Judgment Day is drawing closer. Michael, do you have any final thoughts? If yes, then please tell me now. This might be our last opportunity to check them. Aha. I have uncovered the body of Catherine Blackwood. So it was true. They never retrieved it. I wonder if her soul has found some rest. Something tells me it won't. With a lump in the throat, I returned Catherine to her imprisoned tomb. Go on. Why don't you kick it in more? Let's try to forget about Catherine for now. Alright, Michael. Thank you. Alright, Blackwood Manor. I am ready. The Dolhom needs to be banished. There's no going back now. We need to head into the kitchen. Yes, indeed, ladies and gents. There is something inside the kitchen we need. Something I talked about a little when we first discovered it. A, should I say machine? More like wooden contraption that even my parents still own. Hopefully it will be able to help us. Here it is. Just what I was talking about. The old wooden coffee grinder of the Blackwoods. This might be able to assist us in our quest. It might be able to turn the tooth and claw into powder. How the hell Michael is gonna carry that with him? I'll leave that up to him. I'm already doing all of the thinking. Alright then, it is time to begin. Step number 1 of crafting the amulet. This will not just be for the Blackwoods, but for all of mankind. Mostly Catherine, though. I will avenge her. Now, ingredient number 1. Obviously, the tooth. I can't stand to see it anymore. Hopefully, this plan will work out. On 3. 1, 2, 3. About 5 times should be enough. Okay, does my plan bear fruit? Yes, looks like a success. We have pulverized the tooth. Now, how are you going to carry it with you, Michael? Well, one way to find out. Just like that? In your hand? No plastic bag? Well, I guess it works. Mind that you're already carrying all this other random crap with you. I'm not even gonna question how that is possible. Not that it matters though, for we have ground the first ingredient. Very good, we are making progress. They were the remains of the tooth I ground. Alright. Next up is the lion's claw. I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh, you might be saying, why? The lion did nothing wrong. True, but it does represent one of the many incarnations of the Dolhom. I am so going to grind the heck out of this thing. I want to have the feeling that I could be hurting the god. Alright. Here we go. Once again, about 5 times, maybe 6. It is a rather big claw. A waste indeed, but necessary. That's enough. Did it work? Of course it did. Marvelous. Which means that we now have 2 powders. One pile belonging to the victim and the other belonging to the victimizer. Very good. Slowly getting closer to the ultimate goal. Now we need to combine the powders with the medicinal leaves. I know just the place. And of course myself is talking about the room with the little stove. Let us get a move on. I feel strange, to say the least. Like we are being watched. Cold shiver once again running down my spine. No big surprise though. Of course, the Dolhom would be watching us. Can it interfere with our plan? Is the question and my main concern. So far, that thing only attacked us once, so to speak, during a nightmare. It really depends on how weak the seal has already become. Well, here we are. I consider this room to be a safe zone, and there it is, the little stove. There's no time to lose. Well, the sooner we seal the god away, the better. The less the risk that it will break free all of a sudden. Now, what is the next step? We need to blend the items. But how? I mean, I can't just lay them on top of this thing. As it is right now, they would go up in flames. We need something to put on top of the stove, but what? A plate of some sort. Ah, wait a minute. This candlet is an item we picked up ages ago. Will it finally serve a purpose? What do you know? It does. We found a use for the candlet. One of the many items in my inventory finally gone. Huh, I wonder, did I ever find a use for this rack? Yes, I did. I once cleaned up one of the cans, and it turned out to be oil for the lamp, yes. So far, everything found a use. Okay, what is the next step? Blending the items together. Yes, I think I should probably do that before igniting the stove. Let's see. First of all, powder number 1. A former lion's claw. Wait a minute. I have a different idea. Why don't we try to blend these items in our inventory first? Bingo! The 2 powders have been combined. I wonder, can I add the medicinal plant as well? Let's give it a shot. Alright, great. Making more and more progress, just what I like. The leaves were now mixed with dust from a tooth and a lion's claw. This is what we need to meld into a solid amulet. We are almost there. The time has come to ignite the stove with the coincidence with our last match we happen to own. The first one got consumed by the mask. Well, not just the first one, both the first and second one. The third match had to bite the dust when the fireplace down in the living room needed a little bit of illumination. The fourth match vanished when the only candle in James's secret chamber beneath the chapel was discovered. And now the final match will once again ignite the flames of hope to shine a bright light into the direction of our future. It is time to craft this amulet and save the world. Avenge the Blackwoods. Can you hear how the music changed? It is no longer just an ominous melody. It is like something is breathing. This is what we've been longing for. We have crafted it, one and all. The amulet. Don't tell me it's waking up. The Dolhom. It's whispering into my ears. Is it freeing itself? Oh my god. This is... Jesus fuck, I am so scared. It's real. It is not my imagination, it's real. I need to hurry. We are running out of time. Oh my god. The stone better work. The stone felt warm to the touch. It was almost organic. Well, Michael, if it still is somewhat gluey, then please, stick it onto the branch and complete James T. Blackwood's work. I attached the stone to the branch and immediately felt a strange sensation. The amulet seemed to be vibrating. I was ready. It is done. Alright. No matter what will be thrown into our way, I will not stop. We will put an end to this right here and now. You hear me, ladies and gents? Right here and now. I am not scared. I can do this. I will not fail. I will succeed. Come on. I've never been so fucking scared before in my life. Come on, don't be distracted. Oh god. We are right in front of the very room that holds the cursed mask. You cannot win. You will be stopped. You hear me? You drove the Blackwoods into madness, but I will not succumb to your insanity and influence. Come on. Be brave one final time, Michael. You can do this. I believe in you. We all do. Come on. As if it was aware of my intentions, the mask now appeared as if to defy me, challenging me to make the first move. You want me to make the first move? You can have the first move, you son of a bitch, you fucking piece of shit, you murderous creature, you monster. Here, feel the divine power of this amulet and be banished forever. I waved the amulet in front of the mask, and then, at first nothing seemed to happen, but then the atmosphere felt lighter, as if the house had been relieved of a monstrous burden. Is that it? Have we done it? Have we succeeded in banishing the mask? Nothing else seemed to happen. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. I don't know how long this seal will remain intact, but we've done it! The Dolhom has been banished back into its prison. The curse of the mansion has been lifted. The secret of Blackwood Manor, it has finally been lifted. It is over. Our duty is over. We succeeded where James T. Blackwood and Christopher Milton failed. Oh, James. I am pretty sure that your soul cannot hear me, but if you are dead, then I hope you learned from your mistakes. You should never have stolen this mask. Everything would have been alright if it wouldn't have been for your crime. Catherine would still be alive. Your son Robin would still be alive. You could have had a happy existence together with your loved ones. Well, to be completely honest, I don't know. I don't know if I can feel safe, but the atmosphere does feel lighter. It's as if the supernatural was sucked out of this reality. The amulet has served its purpose. I am ready to perform the ritual and finish what Blackwood started years ago. I feel weird doing this, because I am not fully convinced of the story, but at least I have to try. I know something is wrong with this house and that mask. And the final entry? The mask is silent now, if such a thing can be said about it. Gone are the whispers in my mind and the constant presence around me. I feel relieved, somehow, and how to say this? It's almost like the house feels the same way. Am I making sense? Probably not a single thing does now. But I feel fine. And that's only what matters now. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of an adventure. We came to this mansion in search of inspiration. We just wanted to write our novel, but in the end we discovered the history of this place, the history of the family Blackwood, their dark secrets, and ended up banishing an African god. Michael, I am sure this will be a tale you will always remember. Probably not tell anybody, but always remember. I don't know about you, one and all, but I'd say that the time has come to leave the Blackwood Manor. We can try to assemble the entire puzzle once we are back in Rothbury. There we can try to establish a timeline of events. Try to solve the remaining mysteries. Well then, next time on Let's Play Scratches the Director's Cut edition, one and all, the epilogue, the final part, the conclusion, most likely. I mean, there is nothing I have forgotten about, right? No. Nothing of importance. Nothing that matters anymore. The time has come to leave.